Mene badwafo mi no so na wa ha ya owo mensa nifa so oyoba ma hu ni ye frɛ no
Abraham Poma Poku
na owo Abraham Poma Poku nso ni dinde
Williams Dana aka Will D
ani ne be yire wa ha na ye hwehwe mu a nyama bebre kokokoso nti na ye pesi ebobo ho kakra ye bi ni se sisi asɔre ha ɛwɔ yɛn kurom hɔ no nyama bebre koso wɔ hɔ no ti ye pese yɛhwɛ ye bobo ho tania nsɔre no mo yɛ no fa miracles a ya mo so wonwa mo yi bi kyerɛ kasa horo a mpanyifo no ya womo kasa a womo ka ɛna ya asɔre fo no nso yɛkɔ asɔre no yɛ suban na wa asɔre hɔ nya bonten ani otusu mi no sese yɛn so man ɛyɛ Ghana ni afa no man nyinaa wo wi ase nyinaa no yare ba akon na betɛ so na rege star bin oka we say everybody wants to go to heaven but none of us wants to die. The same night person you call heaven. So you move bien person. Na so when so dia won't in call heaven. Na they say I'm so afraid be COVID-19. And on the aba. Last year ne ba ye. Na yin me say aba ko. Ya hwe ya anko. Na edidi di misa na afie nso awetu enti e be hwe. Last year send ya man ko fa ye. Na fi this year so send ya se bibi foforo kra ba betuma no de ne esen last year de no so abobo hu kakra. Na fi yehu ye bi sa se nduro banks na se you yusu ana se ya de cancer ya ri ya mi akọ especially Ghana say you say the ba foforo gidi come ma bibi duro fo so I from hebale so mo cause you nduro bebere we yankrum hono nanka betumi a nanka ya hwese betumi anso yon ye yankosi hwe e chire nso yesante se o afedie aban no pese mama wo mkwa na amdi bebi ba nti ye behwe no nso na afeni choto akura ni sese abefo social media ye abayi amanfo de aye bibia binom de ye adwuma amudi nye sika binom so de ne ye se no ma menko a obi asore a na ogwetrans na waka ne kono so nti blockers no nso ye behwe womo nsemo ya womo keka seni omu subantie omu influencer nso a wonwo yan ya yitie no so na afi ya ji mo ya free yan kasa fu wa hwe se e dia ne ya e ba ma se social media aye papa maye aye se obi ya koso na sebe otimi anyamfa so e free so die se die sam kakra e be keka nie tino be jama akasa fo na mahwe ntini ni ebe fa edikani asori fo ntino ene mi sabe nko madam so bibi ka wo ho ye nhwe
sorry for a day na sorry for ya if I say yanka bibi emfa ho
me pese mi say so gospel na o kan say ye bia o kan gospel no kra no e dia na any gospel no na dia nso kra na ti a ese yemaye.
Oh, okay. Dia minti ase wom ewo gospel nemu ni se eye nyankopon wasem. Yen ye gidie no me Christo di nti na me kasa no.
Yes.
Ye gidie eni ne se gospel no eye onyankopon asema ode abrayen enam ye ne radi Yesu Christo so. Ena o sheyen so se yen so yen nkrofo ye beka sa asempa no a kire nkrofo a omu so enim na omu agiedi na omu so etumi enya enkwa a Christopher ewo ni me te gospel no ase enu no
Ndise se ujin se yɛ gyidi na ɛyɛ yɛ ho adwuma anaa
nea ɔgyidie biara no ɛbɛyɛ ne ho adwuma sɛ woanyɛ ani a
this is Jafric Radio
ɛnyɛ adeɛ sɛ wobɛhu nsɛnkyerɛnne
yes
but deɛ ɔgyidie no ɛne nsɛnkyerɛnne ɛbɛdi n'akyi meka typically bi wɔ Bible ma maame bi a na mmogya atu no fihyia dumienu na ohunu sɛ yɛn Awurade Yesu Kristo ɛsa nyare ɔsɔfo bi ankɔka nkyerɛ no sɛ ɔde ne nsa to no so abɔ mpaeɛ ama no ɔno a tena ase ɛna ɔsɛ papa yi a ɔgyina hɔ yi sɛ n'ataadeɛ yɛhyɛ no minya amuano no ano no kakra mpo so a mewɔ gyidie sɛ me ho bɛtɔ me nti ɔbaa no wiawia ne ho a kɔe ɛde ne nsa kɔsɔ ataadeɛ no mu so ampa nso ne nsa ka ataadeɛ no ne ho tɔ no gyidie no
ɛdeɛ miracles ne bi no no okay bra wɔso kakra bi ka fa ho anaa
Okay, me da CP. I think so. Mechia, ahwefo na etiefo nyina. Right now, I think your question is about gospel and
no.
Right now, from me ntiase no, gospel actually means good news. I don't know if I'm right. If you're right, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, so. Yaka said gospel is good news, and I just said good news, and what we know good news to be is anything that could cheer somebody up, any sort of information or any piece of information that could bring some good energy or positive energy to the listener or the hearer. Right. So in that case, Yem Fanko Yakrum Niensha say the gospel, the word gospel, no, is it what we see on a daily basis or is it what we hear on a daily basis? Now, your concern, sorry, Bimoa, I mean, this is not news for us to be hearing pastors or prophets giving prophecies, which some of them sound like threats. Some of them say things, just say, I mean, it's so common, say, a prophet will get up and say, who want to be nail, and now mommy be nail.
Yeah, come on, power.
Fine. These are things we don't see in the so-called advanced countries. But, Yasha, their kind of spirituality, no, does it mean they are not practicing real spirituality? Or where did we go wrong for good news to now become something that becomes a threat to people, something that puts fear into people? I mean, where did we go wrong? Ebani saying, and Akobani said the word gospel, which means good news, no, akodani bibia edi ehun eshe nipemo. And because of that, I mean, from what we have realized, or what I have realized, people are losing confidence in the men of God. That is what I have realized. Because, I say, I mean, you're going to listen to the gospel in church in the form of a sermon. Now, it's true that, I mean, a lot of the men out there are doing a good job. Some of them are, giving words of motivation, encouragement, which is good. I mean, people need hope in times of desperation. I mean, when we look at Ghana, so many people are desperate. Things are not going on well, economically, socially, politically. Everything is, there's so much tension, there's so much pressure. So, for most of the people, who are Christians, the church as a place where they go find solace, or a place where they go find peace through, the sermons they hear. And if they are going to go to those churches and be hearing, things that are going to put fear in them or threats in them, then where lies the meaning of the word gospel? Is that what they are hearing? So, I think Ghana has a long way to go. If the word gospel is going to be propagated to the people, it has to be good news. It has to be words of motivation, encouragement, refreshment.
Yeah. You say, I say, and young Gidia be brave, what you're so full. To the extent that be on can be not just say you did so. Now, young shot one more miracles I almost say, almost performance, Yami, a casachero, Yami, we are children. And no more when they say, Mommy, wait me. I can be kakra from one.
Yeah, me can be kakra. Before I met that miracle, listen, me can be kakra, kadi will the kind. Yes, gospel, ye can a wasem no. Anka, a was a ye dear a day, asumje ever ba nipa any unipa entem. Kosana nyame asem ka achre ena edu yemfo so ena se nipa no enam ekwan bi so a enya etnetne no so it's not all the time. It should be like things that motivate you nko edu baby a se oye ade na nya was a nyame asem nanso etumi ekasa kyerɛw ɛwɔ ho sɛ de bɛyɛ a wobɛtumi atwe wo ho afiri enyoma bi a Awurade asem ɛka sɛ ɛnyɛ but coming back to what you said about now people are being feel so much tensed when they go to church because a prophet or a pastor has prophesied that your mother or somebody is a witch and bewitching you or something. Ekoso, you say, ekoso, but adiaba kwa, me pese me can say, a Christopher ayabani in siade. We don't learn. Bible no nyankopon ede amaye or the kronkron eduaimu. So wuji ni dinkwa. But adia nyame aka kire yen. And he say, yen wama yen tumi ewo brinsams nti se uyo Kristo ni na se otna ho se obi aka cho se kona kuku mame ananse o mame na ye o eti uni na ya ka onkasa na.
This is Jafric Radio.
Number 1 wankasa na just waje.
This is Jafric Radio.
That otamfo no betumi ato ahye so but nyame nso aka chense wa maye ahoden a Bruce. There are certain things we need to learn. We need to study the Bible. Na emu ahoden a nyame de ahyereyen yensa beka than to obi wo ha enye. We have many people who went to this place so omunye Christopher. Some are churchgoers, some are miracle seekers. Obi o hokra ba sorry o see sofo na nhye menkom it will feel
I mean twa mu kakra ti say miracles ye ken ya empempi ya ta ti say obi etimi kwa so no so sofo na de wonku hwie o me ho ana.
That's it.
And empempi nso na especially we de misremeka ya ma no so o kwa sorry no na say osofo anka bibia nkyere no na say da no o wa anka sorry kura nti no tem bia ya say they are
pushing the pastors to say something. Yes.
Be free as of one. Just of one so super modern say. Say you bet you waiting to know back can be. Dear woman anymore, so now you're GD. Maybe me message be free or so for be ho. Now, as some also for the mamma no. Nam be honest, me son airplane be honest say. Now, say me or king or can amami. And I say, or catch me and I say, family home, and I say. Edian ana so there be na o ka kire na sofman nyina ti o ma me hu so o there bi niam enkoyi ti efiri ono no me o sofo ni chai communications kora me mo say there bi there say o mo ye guest work bi ni ade di panyi obetimi de kakra kan mama ya e fa miracles no
interesting. Okay, well, about the miracles there, me per se, you know.
Okay, mancham. What miracles there now?
Wow, that's a tough one. It's something I've not thought of. Me share that dream who ye as in say me gidi anase because personally, you know, what is being touted as miracles in the church, I mean, experience it be that.
Yes.
Yes, personally, I mean, I've seen people, I mean, I don't know if it's real or not. I mean, almost testify.
Every Sunday,
exactly. You know, and yeah, exactly. And you see a lot of, you know, conspiracy going on. Say
because I say because I say I'm a car, because and all those kind of things. You know, you are my kakra.
And I think so say a big cry is staged.
Yes.
Just a money as a funny a bit you know, like I'm planning and no more. And when it happens that way now, since me experience it personally, you know, it's hard for me to say it's really exists or not. So I may not have much to say about this particular topic of miracles. I mean, whether it's real or fake, it might be true, it might not be true. But me, you know, personally, you know, me experience it be that.
Okay. Yeah, but you say, "Can some like person ka ya suffer on your TV almost jam." Because so me ba sorry na you say my ba sorry we not suffer. So when we see Bible to say impact on me to understand what the gospel means. Na me ba na say bin say ma be ka che no e fa no e ya kohwie. Enso say we you suffer ntin na ma je di. Enso ndi ya no so me hu hwie no. Mo me o feel say no then I think I suffer ya at least omutimi kan na so you say yes. You are suffer o mu do. Oh, sorry, Yoko.
Me adeba ko a me jitum pa ne sensenchene kesia ewu wiase pa ko ne so nipa ebe fa Kristo Jesus ani krane na jenko ene ye number 1 miracle. Iti nipa no aba wa sorry fie na waji Kristo edi na wabma ne nsaso enya sensenchene kesi na ye hwehwe se asofo no ebe kyerɛkyerɛ ensema ye ne Awurade Yesu Kristo kyerɛkyerɛ no if it's asema na ɔkakyerɛ ye no Paul Christ subi ɔsemu hwɛme ensuame sɛdeɛ me ba hwɛ Kristo na mesua no etinsema ya na nke pese asofofo ne bi kan me ma sorry a me kɔde no kwasɛm ni ye kyerɛkyerɛ ye gye miracles near the it happened. Yes. But the greatest miracle that we believe, and it's all the boy in the best sacra no abeji Christ Yesu edi. Now I are studying your man eke ka honedi other things anyame de emanema. Today I share free as for no one say nyame yadom na oje ne ma no de ombira on asorifia.
This is Jafric Radio.
One church one said in Christ Yesu a church yeno. Do yonko sa wo ho do rad wi nyankopon wa koma ne waji nyina mu nante abrabo pa anything ne kwan so sa enioma ebetimi I encourage ni panama na brabo asa
nyanya se brana ni nkonko dware wo mpo ano ana se yi konkron se ni mompa yema na nyaba anase konkron se anase se sansem no so motia ya na mo adwe yam se
well mean dear minimni say enyame nwanwa in a sense that Yesu Kristo credit kayaka sabre ne kwawie ya ebinya adifo ene komshefo atrofo bebre inti yehu sa nyoma na memma yema no nye nwanwa so me all these things that are happening no me who say the word of God are very true.
Yes,
it's very true because near okay no that's exactly that is happening now. It's me jitum pa se nyame asem no kware it's dia eradika kan ho ni se yen hweye na obi anadae nti bi mu beba adada for akomsha trofo bebre wo ho nyame edika ka ho asem akire eti yen na ewo se ye ahweye.
Okay. Na ayi yan fane se yakwasore ekotensem ni adenina me bro.
Yes sir.
So yan asore man yen suban ayesi e dead ma obi a sabi wan kwasore no hu yen ya obi mi say yen yakwasore no bi ni say because sometimes bi am said asukra radio so beti say obi okotina obi fie na o say oni akoye ti ya o mano na no pa o mo ko mu chi papa no ebuafu so wa ma ne ti ni bi ntini ni buafu ma ye kasa ma me na so kan say omo de omo kwa sori aba na omo ko ba papa no ni bobi echi yam wow kin sorry ba
I think that one is an advert. It wasn't real.
But it happens. Advert, but it happens in so many places. Say I don't know mom the advert now. But in France, okay, say advert corner. Now, what sabi what tinch what here? This will be on sorry. What here? So when say I didn't know say or cancer and in a way, say Sunday tell sense so use this kind of a crowd on advert.
Right. Okay. So on that question,
me
personally,
okay. And yes, sabi woman sam kekanko. Send your nantie, your entire share the call. Sorry, see, share in young corn in your year which are on yadi. And no son, no dream say.
Well, so personally, for say me kwako obi sumechino, there are so many things that come to play. I mean, nisubain. I mean, personally, me obia, I've come to realize it's not okay. Religion teaches good things, okay, and out of the over 4,200 religions and belief systems in the world, I'm sure, if not all of them, majority of them teach good ways of living. So for me as an individual to be more associated with a particular religion, it might depend on what I have seen. Not just one, but most of the people who belong to that religion do. And, I personally, I love positive vibrations, positive energy. I mean, living in harmony with people around you. I mean, I've seen Japanese people, right? I've lived there for just a little while, but from my observation, they live in harmony with each other. A typical Japanese person wouldn't want to, do something that infringes upon the freedom of the next person.
Okay.
However, these people are not religious. They are not Christians. They are not Muslims, right? So, is it religion that teaches good morals, or is it culture? I have so many questions on that angle. Right.
Now, yawo nsem pi kan say yesi e ko asori mo dia kan say ade ba chinyen ntino yan hwe ni say no so mra me kasa yawo topics nyansa e bebobo ntino fe say ya bobo asori ho manfo nso ni ntino yan hwe yan next topic ni covid yare ya abai emra start here no yenya to do on any if China. Now, Nene be here can say, the China for no one yard the near or monfa. I feel if China near co, if we are saying, I see we are singing, I think in sing. Emma, for us, I had deja, missing there. So be a through Ninyanko. Even Oma Mela for Pacora, no cabontina Bacrana, no more boom, but also a corner cocoa ronsa, not go, now sanitize it. Nyade. Sir, Yari Abbey. Many about. Oh, then a crana bit in your can, I found.
Kakra met me a cafa, dear, say, I know Yari and Ababet. Edi baby if free by any honey my dear, it is not necessary now. But dear, ye bear you be to me a boy and hobby. Said the answer and Kayarian. And when I was saying in me, now every country has the protocols I must say in. It's wearing of masks, washing of hands, and it nasifono. I was say say brea yenya anu edre ne de I was say yes so ye ya hwe na yitumi edisa ahihye de no so
right also kakra be kan ho say
well say me sister Penny aka P. I mean, and all she said is true. Now, moving forward, no, I think okay. So me dream one. Say Ghana. Come here, say I'm paying for no matter that. That is my reality. Because say proactive measures are also modi to acquire, you know, the area should be contained, you know. I mean, they are being reactive instead of being proactive. Yeah, sure. During the first wave, no, I'm paying for implementing lockdown B, and I think that lockdown played a very vital role in containing the virus, you know, to an extent. But you know, it could do time, you know, there had to be, you know, political rallies and campaigning, you know, the hunger and thirst for power set in. Until it got to a point, I mean, from paying for to everyone was flouting the regulations and the protocols.
Yeah, you say. So now, just say, on what did that? Now, some share me say, maybe Uncle Ye. Now, say, and so beautiful, Pendiansa. And your gun, uncle. A mamma in us, one bondel rubber, to send you distance and can say, you never see a call or sorry, you will be a person. And they say, a young say, in young wa a become. Now, so young swear, crayon, so no, young per se. And young on the after 12 criminal. You be disono. Would then I bet in your car, ama young man of one so sabe. Ya dream by myself and crew as I say. Yetini a young almost can send you so. So having be a honor. Now, time when I had yammer as you who are yet in your call. Then your time because time you know with the enemy, so and here, I hope you are out. But the time was so dear, he and I'm, you know, young abetting a come up, young masters of young so.
Okay.
Right.
So coming to that, no, as of today, no, we share Ghana Health Service website, no. I think the number of cases, active cases is here, no, it's about over 6,000.
It's almost 7,000.
Yes, which used not to be so. You know, we share this rise or this hike in figures now. What comes to you as an individual? Ojien Hussein, I mean, you have to take your health into your own hands because, I mean, it's obvious, say, paying for no, I mean, they might be doing certain things right, but not all the things they're doing right. And to know, this year, I know your health is in your hands. You have to take the protocol seriously. And, you know, say, Mrs. Tapenyinka, you know, the washing of hands, it's very critical. Wear your masks. And yes, obia catcher on because we shut the course for other countries now. You have to be on your guard and make sure, say, this thing doesn't get to you. Because there are two options, Pet. You are either going to get sick seriously and recover later, and you're going to your grave. And I don't know who here or who watching us wants to go to their grave early. So I think we have to take our, you know, health into our own hands and observe the protocols. Very important. Social distancing.
Okay. Say, you take a crack. Still, I me how many say? I'm say, young fan say, me dear baby, two can be brave now. Kakra be hono. I'm say, first Japan here, we here, Ukraine. Omukrana just say, Omo Bibia and a Canadian Bibiano. Omon fa, Yariano, any agro cry. Now, saying to me, I'm saying, then, Nansa. Now, I see Kurubis over Brunhafo. Now, or baby, I could shed him her comfort. Now, nipa ekutwa hia wa no mo hwe maame na wose homa so na tese onifa ba ko kroni ho no ma tese hu se bibi etare ne hwana no na hwe se na won abobbo ho ya and in this case no they say ube blemu aban na say ube blemu amanfo mkoko hwe efu.
Personally, no, everybody has to blame. Yes, everybody has to take part of the blame because I mean, there are things also buying here, and there are things on the micro level, no, also individuals, So, say individuals, no, are flouting the rules now. What's because Abino is not just the president. it trickles down to the local government level. And to know what sort of education are we giving to the people at the local level? Are we showing them pictures and images of what is going on in other places? The way or the rate at which people are dying from this disease. Are they seeing it? How many villages, okay, in Ghana, we know Ghana, how many people have access to the internet to even see, the updates going on in other countries? It's not there. And to know what is the National Commission on Civic Education doing at the local level? Trying to educate people. Here in Japan, internet access is very, 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 it's everywhere. Right, so people easily get updates. Me say every day me check it because I have access to the internet. Now, you call Ghana in the rural areas. How many people have access to that? Inti ebi nimejun say put there. Maybe it's not real.
Now can you know correct? Because same also now ebi no can say yare die. Aye one kran no ne sikafo na. Aye one yare no one cross and you know so na pa na kotitini kontomri na onya ni nu nomene yakika hunu pun a oni problem enti no won cross na de me be hawo ayan so yan yade ntina yankran na won cross na mo bi amma yan nkuru kitu no okay enti no one of the measures abano adi put in place say no obama police for akọ round enti no wa won share mass bi am say on be chiwa no mo me wo dwen ho say
member police for ni de no so but kakra me fese me ka ni se edru bebi a ya nkasa nipa no na we say you hu say ye nipa. It's not all the time that opese bibia aban
exactly.
Number one ye nyina yate obia o she kurasi to kurubia at say yare bia ba your friend COVID. Ghana Health Service ni other win air bomb homodin Emma education go round baby a me gidi say enko ye kra no ye wo ahemfo any gongon bite say wo in chrome ho a say ye serious ade na ye pese si anokwan a ya ahemfo ne ye nderu bofo no kra betimi anam chrome abodewura ka say yare abai say netie enti enhwe ye hu ye na nyam ade aba kwa mehu ewo ye nkrob Ghanaians ehun ni say agisa ade no esiewie edru west ansa na ya faadwen say ya ti say oh COVID abaye show pictures ebiwu onhun say Ninu ya one ne te dan ba ko ewu a on take ade ni serious. It obecha ya ma ade na be do the worst and so not take precaution, which is not good. It's your best stress say COVID-19 yare no ewo ho. Aha, it's protocols no. Anye bia mi gidi say omu etimi show nkrase bebre. Ema ye hu say one church hohoro nsa na fa bibi kata ohwene said the beya unsa enkayare eyo wasem so you don't need anyone sedidity esi ho now say me fa no me fe so bi me kan cha me say men no na I mean wo fa no a obewu so you don't wait until somebody tells you say yare no kum enti yo bon ho ban. You have to think. Now one kasano wabon ho bai. It's mestre on my mano. Japan so I mean they don't almost be mechanical so no. We are all human beings. So we need to think.
When I'm criminal say one share mask. Now me say what and you be kind of catch say bowra stop man I say show back me no.
Any person
you know
on nama on shema
na me feel say ya no hwim fa me ho no and also ekunya ni say ni ho na a police for there so there na be kan afa ho
police for there na kakra metumi aka afa ho ni say edu baby aya na ano kakra beating them and other way no me gidi say anka omu ehu esosa enkrofo ni ma afa omu be woni omu no much nso ama mati ase the reason why I was say omoshe ya na ise nkonfo bebe complain say e show dion na omoshe a omuntumi humiye e true say e krom hohye
na kra po tempia di ma
ya ha e do summer time o she max last year say na yeah a hand utum say it was very way na e bia make us obi opai endua na oye you know already heater done so na osan eshe max nanso is two things other ubeyi na wewu anasa obehye no anyankwa
no you can no crack anya ya say what
the say good one channel
no the biggest
also sign
me put it
can be
ntina de
amanewti police for ne dia ka ye besre ne say omo ebroni adesa we ne de nkomo enhwe ne yie kakra na face nipa no ye hwe na say still omo educate omo ye woni omo no mo ntia then omo make a law be say ye chiwa e bia obeti escape.
This is Jafric Radio.
Media minim pa fa nipa on so bonika afi no na we srade.
Okay, yan hwe ni say ya hu ya di na ke dim sanka afi no kwa wie na nka ja aba form kra se sa afie so asiama no so afi rom se foforo krampo de no ha be hyew enti se no nyamya daroma se ne yetete no nso no enuro nso omguso ye bini ade bini no te sa america no se be skafo krom no de omwo nya bini ade enti no ebro o fe se yan so den yenye o ye krom o sabi in our small way because you need to go into you see a hwe in a way at least affordable way of doing things. So
very interesting question. Now say okay, now talking about measures are put in place to prevent I think we have been so dependent for so long on the West for vaccines. I mean, when back in time when polio we had to rely on the West to bring us vaccines to fight against polio, and there are some stories out there that polio no more infected with some viruses, like HIV and other things in DR Congo. Okay, and some of the doctors who were involved or the scientists have dug into it, and there is some iota of truth to it. So until when na yen ebi before ye bet na ho de bia na ya twen say the West will always bring us medical stuff to fight against or to prevent diseases. Now, we have medical scientists in Ghana. Universities they are training medical scientists, they are training pharmacists. Are we giving them the right tools or the equipment to be able to do such research? Are we funding them enough? Are we giving them, guidelines to make sure that they find ways of, bringing some, doing research to come up with vaccines to fight against some of these diseases? Now, Yasha, it's so sad, say, we have our local herbalists. Our herbalists, it looks like I say what they are doing is not even, we don't recognize and we don't appreciate the work our herbalists do, but they produce a lot of potent drugs. Now, COVID by say we could have assembled our top pharmacists, our top herbalists to, come together, put their knowledge together, okay, and see ways and means by which we can create something. Madagascar did set an example. Unfortunately, African leaders never, came together to support them. First of all, no.
Okay. Where my say, young Africans who say young blacks no. So brofuno, ma young GDB say. Be free, young a baby mamma and yet. She said, one say 1 year drew. There be an one or come, you could. There be an hour, almost 1 year 20 year bump a year, I say, even. And so, one more crack, I say, only 45 samples of friends a baby drew, echo say government no enye ho adwuma no mo hwe na che say at least 1 or 2 kra na say year yemfa nye experiment up to now until last week now me tell you what say one for Germany be also na still they are looking into it. Why? Many believe in say they are looking into it until say they get the new ones. And when they get the white man's drug now, they will forget about it.
Which is so sad.
So
sad. Say we don't believe in what we have. And look at this. The first point of call, time Yari set its foot into Ghana, and the first point of call was pastors to come pray. I mean, this is a medical issue. This is not a spiritual. I mean, unless you can tell me for a fact that COVID is a spiritual disease that we need prayers to fight it. I mean, but the president has access to all the medical experts in the country. Now, you should call the medical experts. Say, oh, virus be unity or China. How do we protect ourselves? You know, and some of the big pastors and bishops who were there, today they are wearing masks and some wearing double masks. So why have we shunned our herbalists and our pharmacists and not funding them enough to do research into such things that are of medical significance to help us?
Okay.
It's sad.
I'll say a little to this. Me when say your medical association, I don't know. Sanya omusi eye wonyoma efa. Yeah. And also talking of the herbalist and sa wino. Yeah, COVID EAC ye hun enyoma be brade in social media. Obi okra about so a herbalist ko ba 10. Now with those kind of things, no, you won't get the support from the government. Yeah. It's me kakra me to me I can say. As we as Ghanaians, so ye nyoma, ye ye. Na yama ehon ente.
Onyame yi akire me.
Na ye to me eya ebe boayen. Sometimes ye wo eyi kra no bia obekọ drugstore okope paracetamol na to obekọ no obo say yi Ghana made in Ghana paracetamol ma also me pay India there. Because we think, say, India, papa. We don't have trust in our own people. It's there kind of said for someone to gain your trust. I also want to baby. So when we see that Enyoma made in Ghana products, no, are very effective. Obianiwa oba cross the line say or copy. And at this critical point, no, we need our own people, our own scientists, to in draw a bebwaye. So say and your ma and some to social media and in your ma air coso there yet efa COVID hun. Who be here say ye trusty young kasa young scientists so they should produce a proper medicine for us to, fight against this, we say.
Right. Auntie Abena, I don't disagree with you. Okay, many we are dream pass ye bibia. As Ghanaians, we also in ye.
That's right.
To gain the trust. But we know, sir, most of this medical research and medicines that are produced, it comes with funding. And Obia Yamfani say was setting up on one medical facility and I say the research facility, they don't have that much. I'm sure you are aware, say these vaccines now, it's the multi-million-dollar pharmaceutical companies in the West who are doing it. Why is a Japanese pharmaceutical company not venturing into that? It takes millions of dollars. Now, I spoke with one pharmacist. I spoke with one medical doctor here in Japan. Okay? And the figures they quoted for me that takes, it takes to research into COVID or into vaccines.
It can cover our budget for the whole country. Here comes the question of Senka government, letting you fund this kind of research here. Don't you think it will help a lot?
Of course. That's what I'm saying.
But they will tell you we don't have money, we don't have enough. Meanwhile, they have money to do other things.
Anyone who says the Ghanaian government doesn't have money is a big liar.
Well, we all know.
Because
But we are not inside.
we,
so,
see, we have
but
we have money for the non-essential stuff,
Exactly.
and we shun the very pertinent things that are of so much significance to we the people. I mean, why would we spend money on frivolous parties? I mean, after election, we had to spend money to make billboards inviting people to. I mean, I don't speak for any political party because I'm not political. But at the end of our year, I mean, successive governments over the years have failed the country.
Okay, in this case, young social media.
Okay.
So, social media, then you bet me aye. Now, yet me the I help so far what we've discussed coming to the churches, then the COVID. Because a lot of us, and you be abba, even your friend, I say, they all go on the internet. We have these bloggers who are talking about these churches, who are talking about the COVID, and most of them stuff negative stuff. So, let's go to the social media and see how best they can reorganize themselves, and then teach us the best way to understand things, and then how we can fight this kind of problems we are facing so far. What do you think, Mommy, about this social?
Yeah, this social media thing. In a way, a bicycle, a baby, but the way we are using it, and if a baby, and shada emboa papa, because obia anybody can just take a phone now recording your beer or pay. Others are fighting on it. Meanwhile, it's a platform. One hour a nimdie. A bit to be a use to spread, I mean, much information around. But yay, Sesayano, yes, Adiano, and your most no a yadepa, but most no so anything. There may me to me, I can say, it's up to us, yet you want, and we must be also selective. It is a me obi a day. Atim the DNA Sanyoma who here better Hona say one kosha. When Omuhun say what they are doing and boa, they will stop doing it. But Obashan on that, in fact, very useful information at the whole. But Obahana views it be 10 people, 20, 50. But no been better than the non-sensational. You see no on starting to do biatem. Go and see you. Ubetiba record 35K. Like almost say, and your man who here, and I am pre-say a bay. And yes, say, Mamma, wana or what such when ain't taking people for granted. Aha, omo and yeah at the pub because and your man do good social media no. At the half for good. Hey, one share umbani unana no. Ebeba be who knew my bonnie. Oh yeah, the tools so yen tree on for. Na ye say a bear and your mehuno and some are here or mine and some in here nipan. We can promote those things.
Right. Whether we like it or not, social media has become a tool that we cannot overlook. A bare part and parcel of our society, and there's no way we can cut it off, because of course social media is very important, even for business, for entertainment and everything, for promotion and everything you do or we do in our basic life. So Memejin say, since it's something we cannot do without, there should be some level of regulations. It's of course, I mean, it's a place where anybody at all can put any information. I mean, whether it's verifiable or not. But I mean, in Ghana, where we are from, people are so depressed. A lot of people are depressed, and they are looking for sources of entertainment. Most people are looking for things that will make them laugh. Osha, the comic stuff, the short comic videos, have more views. Why? People are depressed. People are so tensed. They need a way out. They need a sort of escape, from the reality of this pressure. And so, Meme Jane said, social media, of course, some people will use it for the right reasons, but I mean, what do you call right uses of social media? If say Obiba live and I say Obi a video edit to YouTube, for example, now we say it's not important to you, why watch it? Obiba live now on penasema. Why go there, watch the video, and even say negative things about the video? Just jai. You have options. You have choices. There are millions of videos out there. There are millions of content on social media. And from the beginning, no, it has become a part and parcel of our society. We can't do without it. We only have to make sure we manage it properly so that it doesn't degenerate into something that is going to hurt our society so much. Yeah, we can't control the usage of it as it stands now.
Okay, I'm saying, yeah, Bobo, Yaman Bia. You know, the white man says we don't have time on our side. And a bit of summary. Talk about churches, the COVID-19, and then the social media. We get just 1 minute. Summarize moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Make churches no one say yensu buying any abrabo and a betchere say they no so nyankopon any and I say and so nyankopon any. It's as much as we can as Christians, mama put up good behavior. Yam pastors are edi and no my who say yeah I saw for and I say one yame Adomon wa fra so for no mentiki asori man for granted. Ne mum ensama betumi amomo botayintia omoba nyame enchen no ebetumi abem nti yemo yeho emodern. Now coming to COVID-19 issues, their message is say yare no ewo ho and it's very real. So yem protect yeho. Na ekwan best na ebe fa protect your home and say you be use your mask, you be wash your hands. Baby a wo no uni nsuo ni same na wo de be wash your hands. Pair sanitizer, hand sanitizer. Na sanitizer ansa na bibi a wo ye why. Say to me it puts that so social distancing no so. Ya mani here yen say ye for asasa. Ekobasa onipa ba ya obetimi dey assign nipa bebre. Afeiti ani ya nedi uwo asem.
Yo, that's it. Bro, also kakra oge kan na fe.
Right. So a banner issue of the religious organizations or the churches now. I think the free range operation of religious organizations, it's a high time we looked at it, and they should be regulated by the authorities of the country. We shouldn't allow people to operate.
Freedom of worship.
It's true there's freedom, but every freedom has its own limit. Yeah, freedom comes with responsibility. So if you have been given the freedom to practice your religion and you are not being responsible, then the authorities should, come and regulate what you are doing. It's important. We shouldn't just leave things free like that. Else, the country is just going to be messed up, and we can't control it at a certain point. Now, for COVID issue, I'm saying Mr. Penya Kanina. I mean, there's nothing more to add because we don't even have much more time.
Okay. And yeah, therefore, and yeah, for the Damoni Nasi, some Kwan, a Tinamo video, a share, Musmuti, a Dinina Abbey. I mean, make us say, I'm a share ma, my dear cousin, friends of Donko. In your name, so kind of my idea in San Bremo. Then you have a friend Diana Williams.
I've been a pom.
And from Chow, Obama, and your friend Diana Williams. Now, in your bar, chef and Abna Poma. And yeah, directly your program is your friend. Sammy Pop, your engineer, also your DJ Clemens. The ceremony, one subscribe, no one share, no one like. Now a man for you be and share. After so program, but say, was me biano. You better know twice. First week and then the third week. Time near 7:30 Japan time. 7:30 Japan time. Saturday be yeah, on channel so my. Yadamasi bebre, say, want yen can be more. Na, in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So they want I to change my identity. Musically. So they want I to change my identity. Musically. Some music race, commercial race, political race. Some music race, commercial race, political race. So they want I to change my identity. Musically. So they want I to change my identity. Musically. My identity. Your work must be done. Your work must be done. Your work must be done. Your work must be.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality right now.
Hi there, I'm Katrina Perry, and this is The Global Story. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the working world went through a revolution. Workers, particularly white-collar office workers, were ordered to work from home to stop the spread of the virus. And it seemed like a permanent change. Hybrid working has remained incredibly popular years after the COVID lockdowns were lifted. But now, more and more companies are ordering employees back to work. And many employers have slammed working from home as inefficient and bad for the bottom line. So, is the work from home revolution over now? Joining me from London is the BBC's employment correspondent, Zoe Conway.
Hello.
And also with me, Nick Bloom, an economist at Stanford University in the US, who has studied the effect that all of this is having on productivity.
Hey there.
Great to have you both with us today. Now, before we go any further, I just want to establish the status here. Are you working from home or in the office? Nick, you first.
I'm actually at home, although I have to say, for me, it's 8 a.m. So I am going in later, but right now, yes, this is the spare bedroom.
But ordinarily you're in the office full time?
When I teach, so I teach obviously students because I'm at Stanford, that's definitely in person. Big meetings is in person, but I do spend a couple of days a week on Zoom, taking calls, working from home.
And what about you, Zoe?
I'm definitely at the BBC today. I like coming into the office, actually. I work with a team of incredibly clever, interesting and funny people. And I like the camaraderie of the office. But I travel around the UK for work quite a lot as well. So I don't really work from home.
Okay, so we've established where you both stand on the working from home. I obviously am not working from home, can't be a presenter and work from home, unfortunately, although I did suggest it from time to time during the pandemic. But before the pandemic, I was working here in the US, and I mean, it was really very rare in this country that you would have encountered anyone really working from home. Nick, are there certain countries or certain industries that have always had this tradition of remote working or working from home?
Yeah, so tech has always been pretty work from home friendly. So you can think of, if you're on a keyboard using computers, you often don't need to be in the office. It's also actually interesting that a lot of English speaking countries, it's not clear why, but you're right, Northern Europe, that Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand have been pretty high. We tend to see the lowest levels are in Asia. So there are big international differences. So Asian, typically back in the office pretty much full time. But Northern Europe, US, we still see tech, some finance working from home 2-3 days a week.
But of course, everything changed for everyone, didn't it, in the spring of 2020 with the arrival of this thing we'd never heard of before, COVID-19 and the pandemic, and how that changed everything at that time. Governments rushing to announce stay-at-home orders, lockdowns to try and keep everyone away from each other, limit the number of infections. It was a crucial step, we were told at the time, to keep the hospitals from getting overloaded and to get everyone